Welcome, everyone, to another episode of the most famous person I barely met. Great guest today, but first, I want to introduce my frequent co host, a man who goes by the name of Robert Bobby Schaub, who I call Robert Bobby Schaub. Hello, Bob. How are you?
I'm very happy to be here with this special guest today.
Oh, I am too. I am too. And the special guest, John Woody Kneeland, a great friend of ours, a great brother of one of our great friends, George Kneeland. I think he's a better version, a better Kneeland. We're going to say a better Kneeland. Um, like myself, he's an East End resident. He's a talented musician. He heads a band that I've seen and really like a lot of people called The Realm. He's a businessman, owns a landscape company. He's a coach. He coaches varsity basketball, I believe, at Pearson near Sag Harbor. He is a true Renaissance fella. He's a little sad because he's a Giants fan. He's got the West Virginia hat on. Villanova's beaten them so many times, I don't even want to talk about it. That said, hello, Woody.
Hello, boys. That's the way I like to start my shows.
I couldn't even hear
Bobby, I
it.
didn't hear a damn thing.
We didn't hear the trumpet.
You didn't hear it?
Give us
No,
one more. Give us
one
one more.
more.
Well, we're hearing a little bit.
Did you hear that?
Not
No.
really, but
I don't
that's
know how you,
okay.
I don't know how you can hear my voice and not that. But anyway,
I believe that is
it was
because
for charge.
you're hitting some note that's so
Right, that only
high.
a dog could hear.
There's a lot of dogs right now. Well, for those of you who don't know it, I asked Woody to do that because when you go to a Realm show, he starts off with that trumpet thing and people go crazy. Dogs go howling. It's incredible. So that was beautiful. Trust me, that was beautiful. Woody, Woody, Woody. So where are you beaming in from right now? Where are you right
From cold Sag Harbor, New York, right now. It's very
now? Beautiful.
cold. It's been a very cold winter so far, but beautiful Sag Harbor with about 4 inches of snow on it right now.
And you got the West Virginia hat, so we'll get that out of the way right now. Are you a mountaineer, right? You're a graduate of the fine college?
Uh, uh, Actually, I am not.
Okay. But you love
That's a
you
sore
love
subject.
But it's not sore at all. It was the best 6 years of my life.
listen.
I mean, I went to West Virginia University and I had one of the biggest bands on campus. I'm bouncing in every bar, and
Beautiful, beautiful.
it was a nice escape from life. So
Was Bobby Huggins in your band?
he wasn't. I did meet his daughter though, but maybe we could talk about that later. But
Well, he wrote me. He said, "Don't let him talk about my daughter." So, um, Woody. Now I got your bio a little bit. Tell us tell us a little bit about yourself because a lot of people first let's talk about your band, The Realm, and your music, if you don't mind. How long you guys been around?
we started this band called The Realm back in 1990. And it did start officially at West Virginia University. We
Nice.
were messing around in high school. My drummer and I a little. My drummer went to high school with me in Rockville, Maryland. I finished high school there, and I've been all over the map. I grew up in Connecticut. I'm a Connecticut boy.
Okay.
I grew up just outside Hartford, and then my parents moved down to the DC area. Uh, so you'll love that. When I moved down to DC, that was the big game of Nova Georgetown. That was in '85.
Oh yeah.
Uh, so of course, I'm the only Nova fan in a swarmed area of the Georgetown Hoyas fans. So probably the only kid in that whole area rooting for you guys.
Thank you.
One of the greatest nights of my life. I just it was a big experience knowing George was there and how much fun he was having with the whole thing and watching it on TV. I think I was jumping up and down in the basement watching that guy. I was going crazy like a 2-year-old getting a big Christmas gift. So
Uh,
it was great. Anyway, I went to West Virginia University from there and started the Realm. Um, and that is also pretty much where Woody started because I was John all the way through high school, obviously, since birth and through high school. One kid in high school tapped me on the shoulder in science class, probably was sleeping. Said, he said, "Hey, anybody ever tell you you look like Woody from Cheers?"
oh,
Woody Harrelson. I said, no, nobody ever told me that. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I could give you guys a comparison picture. We may save that for later.
save it.
Anyway, uh, so I go to West Virginia University, go to visit my drummer's dormitory, um, and there happened to be about 30 kids from the same high school in Virginia that were on his floor all hanging out. They were all sort of reuniting for their first year, and it was probably the first or second day of school. They kid comes over to me and says, "Hey, anybody ever tell you look like Woody Harrelson?" I said, uh, just one kid in high school told me that. He goes, "Oh, you look exactly like him. You got the smile, the chin." And he goes, "Your hair." Plus, probably I was about 150 pounds less than I am now. So anyway, I said, "Well, I don't know. I never saw it, but this guy said so. You said so." He goes, "Oh, you mind if I call you Woody?" I said, "Go ahead." So it just turned out that there was 30 of his high school classmates there. So he's like, "Guys, this is Woody. Come on over and meet Woody." So they meet me. I'm Woody. I everybody on that in that dormitory met me as Woody. All of a sudden, within the second day of college, nobody knew my name anymore. I was just Woody. And that also led to about 2 weeks after school started, I got a knock on my door from campus security. And they said, "Hey, are you John Kneeland?" I said, "Yes." They said, "Your mother's been calling you for 2 weeks." I said, "Oh," I said, "I don't know. I didn't get any messages." I go, "Yes." I asked some guys and they say, "I don't know. Yeah, somebody keeps calling you for your room and they keep asking for John." I go, "Huh?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's my mother. She's trying to get it." Like, "Oh, your name's John?" I'm like, "So, of course, I didn't reach out to my mother in the first 2 weeks. Apparently, she was trying to get me and kept asking for John." And everybody said, "No, there's no John on this floor. Woody's in
she,
room.
she
Woody's in the
didn't.
room that you're
She
asking."
didn't know your.
So
Does your mom still call you John?
she's the only one at this point, I think. Not, I don't think anybody else really calls me John.
Well, what I don't know how to. I now I'm looking at you. I see the resemblance, but you just feel like a Woody because I just know you. It's such a nice kind of like earthy kind of fun name. But I'm glad it wasn't because of
Right.
Woody Allen. I'm glad they didn't say you look like Woody Allen.
That's what he said as well. He said, "You got the Cheers personality to you. I don't
Yeah,
know
you're
if you
kind
guys
of
remember that show. I mean, you're both older than I am, so
yeah, you beloved Car. They didn't say you look like Carla.
by
That
a
would have
day
been
or
good,
two."
right? You're right. What kind of music does the realm play?
We are a mix of rock, ska, and reggae. Um, a little bit of everything, and it's. I think it comes from the fact that everybody in the band, which has turned over some different players, this current mix, somewhere around 7 or 8 years for all of us, maybe 8 years. This current mix. But so we've had a couple different drummers, a couple different guitar players.
Nice.
Uh, Oddly enough, the bass player, pretty much ever since I moved full time to Long Island, the bass player has been the same. So I've been with him for a long time.
Beautiful. Bobby is my music guru. He got me into my music that I love. I love the 80s. I love, alternative rock and all that. Bob, you
Yep.
got a music question for our friend here?
No, I don't. I love the realm. I know that they are heroes of Eastern Long Island, and I love when they do country roads.
Woody, how did you get your sound? How did you get that rock, ska? Where did it come from?
Yeah, I think just like I said, like from what I've been listening to, I was a grunge head in college. I was the 90s grunge, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden.
Nice.
That was grunge and alternative rock. So I like, like The Cure and the Smiths and the Church. There's a lot of random bands like that. But so I just had a big mix of music. I've always loved music, and since I was a kid, music came very easy to me. Um, I think my personality is a little high energy, and I like high energy music. But I love all different kinds.
You
I
like
really do. It
the
just I think like I was saying is
yeah.
everybody in our band is a little bit of they like a little bit of something, more than others. So, when my guitar player, for instance, right, he basically was a metalhead, and I really hated metal, but I liked rock, I like alternative. Both the drummer and the bass player is sort of similar to me, but not the same bands. And it's just what happens. It comes together. I never thought I would ever be playing reggae. I definitely rock for sure, but adding a little bit of a reggae twist. I think that actually came from one of our guitar players, Mark Knight. He loves surf rock and
Hmm,
reggae, and he's a local East Hampton kid, and he helped write some albums with us. So he had a little bit of that reggae feel to him. So.
I dig it.
That grew on us. So we've sort of morphed from rock into reggae, rock, and ska. So
Well, I think you're crowd pleasers, and every time I've seen, especially out here, it's a water area, surfing area, and all that summer, and kind of people love it in the summer. And you do really nice reggae. It's a little different, right?
yeah,
You put a little tempo into it. You put a little,
yes,
I could see it all in there. It's got you guys remind me a little bit of the Grateful Dead, but not dead at all. You know what I
right.
mean? Kind of rocking and rolling, So
There's definitely an edge to every song we cover. Like Shab said, the Country Road song is
nice.
certainly a somewhat of a mellow John Denver song, but it's certainly not mellow when we play it. So.
Yeah.
No. Is I know out here is Nancy Atlas, is are they your rivals? Is that the rival band of the realm out here?
No, I don't have rivals.
She rocks too. She rocks.
Yeah, yeah, no, she does her thing. I've played music with her since I moved out here full time, and actually, we were on the stage all the time together when we first came out here. She sort of went and did her thing, and I went and found my way. She
No,
found her way, and they were different paths. And I've always wished her the best. And then we sort of just started coming back in the last couple of years. She invited me to do some things. I've invited her to do some things, and so. Yeah, just even the other night, I forgot my microphone at my show at Salivar's, and she ran down and dropped one off for me. So we still communicate and
nice.
stuff like that. So
You write your own songs, a lot of your own songs.
yeah, I wrote about 5 albums of original music. Um, Started that in college, and yeah, it came pretty easy to me. Um, just with acoustic guitar. I'll tell you that probably the only time I put real effort into the college studies was my sophomore year. Uh, just just to prove to myself that I wasn't an idiot and that I was only just being a knucklehead because I just needed to be at the time in my life.
Sure.
But to prove to myself that I wasn't an idiot, I decided at one of the semesters I just decided to just hit it and see what it was like and see if I enjoyed it. I ended up getting like a 3.7 that semester,
Nice.
and and so I proved it to myself, and that was good enough for the rest of the 6 years. But the point, but the point being, is my mother rewarded me with an acoustic guitar, and
Nice.
I had no idea how to play guitar, so I have to give her a little credit. I had no idea how to play guitar. I put the thing in my hands, and I opened up a Paul Simon book and just looked at bar chords and things like that. And I would sit over on Shelter Island and where my parents reside, and I would just try to figure it out. And once I figured out three or four or five chords, then I just started letting my brain spill, and out came a lot of songs. So
Is one of your songs called 3.7?
it's not. But the first album was called 10 Majors Later.
Well, listen,
Not all 10 of them were mine, but there were three. We were a three-piece band, and I had seven of them. I think my bass player had two, and my drummer had one. So yes, we called it
well,
10 Majors Later.
I never sniffed a 3.7. I've said this before on a podcast. I graduated with a 2.0, which is absolutely very few have done it before and since. And I went to every summer school there was.
Right.
I took biolab 4 times. It was, um, but my I love the people that kind of they do them. College is more than just your grade point average. Let's tell you.
Ah, for sure. I definitely met,
Great more.
listen, just like you guys are sitting here together today, and George and Rat and Morris and all those guys, you guys still communicate, and there's nothing like it. Some people will say, ah, you grew up with your childhood friends in high school, and I don't know. The guys I met in college, they're my best friends. And obviously, I do have Lewis and Mobius that when I came to Shelter Island, uh, that they're obviously my best of best friends, but you really meet a solid core down in college. You're sculpting your life there. You're making
Yeah,
that's really where you're deciding. College or high school, you're being influenced by a bunch of different peer pressures. And I think in college you just decide to pick who you're going to be, and you start to really become yourself, and then you really find your best friends out of that. So
very well said.
uh,
Yeah,
yeah, I think those guys. I have a West Virginia weekend. I believe Shabby was came to one of them, but we have the West Virginia roommates come every year to the house still with their entire families. We throw a weekend of fun. The band plays. I'm
I've
cooking,
been there. I've
and
been there. The Woody
yeah,
Palooza.
Woody
Um,
Palooza.
well,
yeah.
just to get the record straight, I really don't like Bobby, but he's such a good co-host. That's real. I love your brother, but Bobby, I can take him or leave him, but he's really good at this. Um, so let's move quickly to your coaching. So what are you coaching?
I'm coaching the Pearson Lady Whalers. I've been involved. I have two daughters, so they played a little basketball back in their day, and I just really wanted to make sure that they just had some coaching or a coach that cared. In pretty much every sport that they played a bunch of them. Um, but when it came down to basketball, I've loved basketball my whole life. George and my dad and we've been playing basketball since we were little kids, and my dad would always bring us to the courts, and just love just shooting and playing, and one on one and two on twos and whatever it was that we had around. We just loved the game. Um, Due to whatever our physical disabilities, I would say, we could only take it so far. So yeah, but I love the game, so I wanted to stay coaching. I wanted to give my kids somebody who cared about the game. So I got into it about 12 years ago, and have been coaching it ever since at the girls varsity level over
It's a
at
great school. I actually play on Sundays with a bunch of guys in the high school. I,
right, the old man basketball.
yeah, I'm the youngest of the old men. No, I'm decrepit, but
I'm proud of you because I've already quit that, and like
yeah.
you're at least a day or two older than me.
I more than that. Well,
I
there's a lot of people who want me to quit. Mostly people I play with, Woody. But um, yeah, how's your team this year?
good, good. We have a great team. We actually did go pretty far this year. We started the season 3-1. We're at 3-1 right now. We lost one game to what will probably be the battle for the Suffolk County Championship. We lost by 4 the other night to them. Um,
Who's the big rival? Who's the rival?
it will be Smithtown Christian this year.
Midtown Christian.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
beautiful.
yeah,
Well, I'm
we
going to come to a
got a
game.
good team. We have still a young team, but a really good team.
Here's a off the wall question. You see any connection between your music, your band life, and your coaching? Your any philosophical kind of connection to that? I mean, do you just approach it the same way with a lot of enthusiasm and
I would say the only thing I can think of is just staying true to yourself. I think you build values on for the game of basketball. I sort of have a musical values and when I'm writing and stuff like that, and who I want to be. So uh, other than that, besides telling kids about rhythm and shooting and stuff like that, I've got music playing in
you
my head.
don't have any plays that are reggae-ish, ska, like a little bit improvisational, one step beyond kind of moves?
I mean, there is the rock, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But
Do you guys come out when I played high school ball and we this is so old, so long ago, we'd come out in our layup line, we'd Lover Boy, everybody working for the weekend. That was our song.
Oh my God.
Bobby, you never rocked. You had short shorts in 1983. Everybody working for the weekend. Woody, do they have a song that they?
ours in high school, my high school team was Lean on Me, the newer version, obviously,
Yeah.
whatever that was that came out back then in the I'm not actually sure who sings that, but
Well,
yeah, it was Lean on Me for us. Don't ask me who sings this either, but they come out to bring them out, bring them out, and
well,
whoever that may be. I
No,
don't.
no.
It's a rap
well,
artist.
you
If
might
there's
want
anything
to
I don't know about music, it's rap. So
might want to consider Lover Boy. They're timeless. Woody, have you ever played a Lover Boy song?
I haven't. I haven't.
You
Keep
might
it that way.
maybe it's time. Maybe it's time.
I'll tell you what. I'll test it out at a practice and see what they think.
All right. Last question about what's the most requested song, like cover song, like when you're out there, there's people that have a few beverages and they're yelling up at the thing. What do you hear the most? What are they?
Most requested song for sure. We have one, and that's the Killers, Mr. Brightside.
Oh, Buffalo Bill song. Buffalo Bill song.
They do. Do they sing that or something at the fourth
They
quarter, or
do when they win. They get it right after the game.
oh,
They,
after the game? Maybe it's a basketball team. And there's a college. No, there's a college team that sings it as well. Big college school.
yeah.
Uh,
I've heard you do that song. You guys that you kill it.
yeah, we like I said, we're definitely aggressive in our songs. We're not sitting back making it pretty. We like to
What
push. Everything's done with heart, though. Everything's done with heart. I'll give you that.
what song do they yell out that you hate to hear requests for?
Um, well, if I hate to hear it, I'm not playing it.
Okay.
But in all honesty, people have asked me to play Taylor Swift songs. They're like, "Can you play this Taylor Swift song?" And I'm like, are you looking at me and asking me that question? Are you serious?
You got to be nice. She is a fan of
Yes.
the show. She
And
is a fan of the show, Woody. She's a fan of the show.
Beyonce, I've been asked to play a Beyonce song before. I'm like,
Beautiful.
guys, I don't know what you're looking at, but it's not coming out of me. I'll
Well,
tell you right now.
you don't give yourself enough credit. You're a beautiful dancer. I've seen you up there. You're lithe and you're liquid and you can do it. So I can see that. But
One
you're
thing I'll
set.
say I have better than Georgie is rhythm. That
Oh yeah.
I don't know how many nightclubs you took George to, but he probably
Um,
got thrown out just for being
too
too.
many. Too many. He can move. He can move. George can move. He can
He
move.
can move, but most people in some geriatric form
Yeah,
move the
no,
same
he's.
way.
I wouldn't call him Barishnikov. I'll be honest with that.
Nah.
Bobby, any other questions for Mr. Nealon here before we move on?
Now, what you went to high school in Connecticut or Maryland?
I I went to high school and I moved right at the
Okay.
beginning of high school where
Formative years. Yeah.
George George is 4.5 years older than me, so he's 4 grades older. So he was in his senior year of high school, and
Okay.
I was just starting high school. So he actually got to stay in Connecticut, and I went down to DC with my parents.
Okay.
So he
So
just stayed
you're
so he could finish up. And our father lived in Torrington, Connecticut.
gotcha.
So he was
So,
closer there. So
so while you're in Maryland, is there like an adult influence that can get you alcohol when you need to drink with your high school friends?
was that question set up or what?
That question was set up. Sorry. I know there had to be some kind of adult influence in your life that
I'll
helped you
tell
out.
you, it couldn't have worked out any better for me. I got to tell you,
That man's dangerous.
moving down into a new area of Gaithersburg, Maryland, and finding out that one of the finest Mike Rat Hamburg
Guest of the show.
literally moved. He must have been a mile from my house. There were all these brand new houses going up in Gaithersburg. My parents bought one of those, and there were all these condos going up just on the other side of the street. And Mike moved into there. And yes,
He hooked you up. That was
I
nice.
would anytime
Good of him.
I needed a cold beverage that I wasn't stealing from my parents.
No,
Uh, I
he,
called Mike Homburg, who supplied us
yeah, he had a very
a
philanthropic
lot,
heart.
a lot of Milwaukee's best. He bought me, and yeah,
Well, he's a fan of the show. He gave it a beautiful story about John Daly and him in communion at a church. So, if he's out there, hello.
I
Um,
would say that probably the difference between me and those type of guests like Lewis and Rad is I think I'm only willing to take it so far. Uh,
well, you have a family,
where
man.
they
You have
don't
a family to care about.
right, they
You have a
don't.
reputation. I mean, you have.
Yeah, they don't really have limits.
Well, I think that is they're wonderful guys.
I've had great times with both of them. Don't get me wrong. I've had
Listen,
some of the best times with them.
watch the Ken Lewis episode, people. It's a great one. It's a good
It
one.
is.
It's a good
It's
one.
very.
Bobby, should we go? Should we move on to the media?
For the
So,
finale.
in basically, Woody, on this part of the show, this would be the band playing sort of like not, kind of moving towards the end, but this is what they came for. This is the big song. This is the
This,
big song. So
this
the
is
audience is here to find out a man like you, obviously someone who patrols the public in a great way, front man for a hell of a band, meeting people up and down, sports player. So I bet you've rubbed up against a few people. Maybe they didn't like it, but maybe you did. So, without any further ado, who is the most famous person or people, if you want to do a couple, that you barely met? And I'll say go.
all right. Well, I think like Lewis, his stories, yes, they go on and on forever and filled with F-bombs, but uh, he ran into a lot of people, had some short little stints with all of them, and that's kind of like me. I've never really hung out, but I guess that's the whole point of what your
Is
podcast
the
is, right?
point. That's
Is
right.
is quick little visits with people. You know,
Vignettes.
I'll start quickly. When I um, when I was a little kid, George and I both had paper routes. Maybe he told this story. I don't even know.
Oh, no,
He
he
did
did not.
not.
George and I had paper routes in Avon, Connecticut. And Shabby, I hope that you were a Hartford Whalers fan.
I was a Range fans, but I love the
I mean,
Hartford Whalers
we can always say
song, and I respect it.
we respected,
Fully
right?
respect them.
Okay. So the Hartford Whalers all lived in Avon, Connecticut, and they all lived in our development, in our development. So I used to deliver the Hartford Current as a little kid. George did it for a few months with one of his friends, and then they dumped all their routes on me. So this little kid was riding a dirt bike around, dropping off newspapers to about 150 homes. And but the great thing was is I Mark, Marty, Gordy, the coach of the Whalers at the time. His name escapes me, but anyway, a lot of Hartford Whalers. I got to go deliver their paper, and then you have to go collect the money from them. I'm
With
not
the
sure
Howe
if I
family,
ever.
that's cool.
So you go collect, what was it, 50 cents for the week for the Hartford Current back in the 80s. So I went to go get my 50 cents or whatever it was, and I would chat with each of the guys a little bit, and they would all give me signed autographed pictures of
Oh,
them. So
nice.
we have the Gordy Howe one, uh,
Oh,
which George got. I didn't get that myself, but I've met him. I've met Mark and Marty Howe, and like I said, the coach was really nice. He would give me Hartford Whalers things all the time. So going way back as a kid, I start with the Whalers. As a kid, it was the greatest thing ever because I could skate, and George and I played a little hockey and in Connecticut growing up, and to have the Hartford Whalers team living on our block was pretty cool.
Gordy Howe,
Oh,
Hall of Famer. Gordy Howe. I
Hall
mean,
of Famer, yes.
Mr. Hockey.
did he give you correct change, Gordy Howe? Did he ever like
Did he throw you a dime or a
I
was he
quarter?
think
wearing a
some of
helmet?
them, I feel like some of them didn't even pay me. They just gave me the picture. I think that's why I got fired.
Gave you a puck. Okay.
Because then I had to go home and then search my parents' pockets for quarters so I could pay the Hartford Current back.
Gordy Howe.
So he shoots, he scores, I guess. I don't know.
Love Gordy Howe.
Yeah. So I'll roll through quickie ones just because I've had a lot of strange experiences with people,
Okay.
famous people, but they were very, very short visits. I also worked at the Rams Head Inn on Shelter Island. I don't know if you've ever been there.
I
Great
haven't.
Yep.
hotel on Shelter Island. A lot of famous people went in there. I have two people that I met there. Gerry Cooney, the great
Oh,
white
Oh God.
hope, great white hope, right? Gerry Cooney, heavyweight boxer. He got married there, so I got to hang out with him at the bar, and serve him drinks at his wedding and stuff. He's a great guy, a lot of laughs. Obviously a monster of a man. Um, but unlike Lewis and Snooper Fly, I didn't follow him to the bathroom. And,
okay.
and
Good for you.
Thank
yeah,
you.
I'm sure
so
he appreciated that.
again, I stayed with the boundaries, and I left Cooney alone, just sharing drinks and stuff like that at the bar.
Did he
I
fight
also met,
Ali? Did he fight Ali?
Yeah.
yes, he did. I met Chevy Chase at the Rams Head Inn. He used to come in a lot. He would come in and play the piano in the bar.
Nice.
Really nice guy. You know, sometimes he gets a bad rap. He was really nice to me. He would come sit at the bar, have a drink. Hey, you mind if I sit down and play the piano? Just sit there and play the piano for, play three, four songs on the piano. People would come in and say, "Oh, who's playing?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's Chevy Chase."
Was he good?
Yeah, he was pretty good.
Okay.
So, yes. And I'm going to forget her name, but I've met Marge Simpson. Do you know who Marge Simpson
Yeah,
is?
from the
I'm
Simpsons.
trying to think who's the voice though. Who is
From
that?
The Simpsons. I forget her name.
Oh, but you met her.
I've met her. She comes to the bar. She lived on Ram Island, and she would come to the bar with her husband all the time. They loved music. We would talk music at the bar. They used to bring me bottles of wine.
Nice.
And they were the nicest people. They would bring me CDs of music that they liked, and we would sit at the bar all the time. just have drinks while I was bartending, and it's just a strange thing to sort of have her sitting there in front of you and she's talking. That's her voice. It's
No,
not like she's not making that up for the Simpsons show.
she's
That's
got a
her
little
voice.
girl's voice like that, huh?
Marge is the mom. It's the
Oh,
cur-
Marge. Marge is the
yeah,
mom.
Yeah.
mom's the mom.
Oh,
So
I was thinking of what's the girl? Lisa.
yeah, no, Marge.
Marge is the mom. Marge is cool.
Very distinct voice. That's
Yeah, you kind
that's
of
her
rough.
voice. So I'm sitting there at the bar talking with her, and she's talking back to me in this voice, and you just can't get the Simpsons out of your head when you're
Did she
talking
look?
to her.
Did she look a little bit like that, Marge?
I don't think I'll comment on her looks.
Okay, no, I'm sure
She,
she's
she probably will
I think
watch.
her name is Julie Kavner.
Julie Kavner. You got it. Way to
beautiful.
look that up
Beautiful.
there, Shabby. Way to go through on that.
That's why he gets the big bucks.
Yes,
But he,
yes.
well, that's pretty
All
cool.
right. So I
I'm
can move
surprised
on.
about Chevy Chase though, because he's supposed to be everything you hear about him. He's his all the people on Saturday Night Live hated him. The people on Community hated him.
Yeah, no, he
But
was
you thought
very,
he, all right.
very chill, very relaxed with us. Yeah, I never really had any issues with him. He frequented the Rams Head quite often, so he came in. He's played the piano there a couple times and never looked. I mean, I guess that's looking for attention, in some way or another. But he never got up and said, "Hey, look at me" or whatever. The piano was in the corner of a room. He went and sat at it, played like four or
Like,
five songs, come back to the bar, have a drink, and
nice.
he was very very nice to us. So let's see. I'll just roll through them as fast as I can, and
Sure.
you can tell me when you want me to stop. Uh, Lewis and I had a night together with Dale and Antonio Davis at
Okay.
at Chris Mullen's. Chris Mullen had a fundraiser in East Hampton, and
The Davis brothers.
the Davis brothers, Indiana Pacers, and we put one on that night. I'll tell you. Lewis
Was
and
it, were
I,
they in their uniforms?
they were in suits. And
Okay.
especially Antonio is hilarious. He's hilarious. He's laughing with me and Lewis the whole night. We were with him for hours, and he's huge. He's just
Those
massive.
big boys.
Yeah, he's massive, and we're kidding him about his size, and messing with him about the Knicks and the Pacers, and we're Lewis, and you know how Lewis speaks to people. We are just busting his chops all night long, and he's loving us. I mean, we had a night of laughs. Um,
Nice.
it was just a fun night. I that's all I can remember about it. He was laughing with us. He was like, "You two clowns," and Lewis and I must have. Like I said, we put one on that night. I know everybody at that place was pretty drunk. We definitely were drunk, and we were definitely messing with him in a fun way, and he just gave it back to us and had a great time with it. He was a very very fun guy to hang out with.
Nice.
Yes. We'll move on to the next guy. Any other sports guys I know? Well, let's move on to the realm and my experiences
Ah, here we go.
as as the realm. I have played with some people. I've opened up for the Fix.
Oh,
I've opened up for Jimmy Cliff,
oh,
Burden of Traffic. I've opened up for Sublime.
oh.
All Most of those were at the Talk House in East Hampton. Uh, some of them were at the club. The Sublime was at the clubhouse in East Hampton. Um, let's see. I had Simon Kirk play drum. Simon Kirk is the drummer for Bad Company. I'm sure you guys
Beautiful.
know that band.
Yeah.
He sat in and played with us a few times. Um, I opened up for a band called Matasiyahu. Do you know who that is?
I don't.
Okay, so if you play one of their songs, you'll know exactly. If you play a song called One Day, you'll know exactly who they are. But I go into the city. I didn't know much about them at the time. Matsuyahu is huge now, so in the reggae world. So if you look them up, you'll it's a very interesting group. You will actually know their music. You just didn't know that they were doing it. But so we got a call to open up for Matisyahu in New York City at the Mercury Lounge.
Oh, that's
Um,
awesome.
I didn't really know much about them myself, but my guitar player knew them really well. He was running sound in New York City and had run sound for them several times. So we got the gig. We got to go on stage first, play the show out. So they are a Hasidic Jew band. So you're like, where did this reggae come from? You're watching them in all the garb, the hats, the beards, the all black, and they come on stage, and all of a sudden this rockish reggae comes on out of this guy's mouth. He's really Matisyahu. The band was Matisyahu, but he is Matisyahu. And all of a sudden he's got this reggae voice and these reggae raps, and
Oh,
he was incredible. He's incredible. And so somewhat of a cult in New York City at the time were the followers of Matisyahu. But we opened up for them. It was an interesting night for us because we we brought a bus of people from out in the East End. We brought them into the city to see us, and then we told them we were opening up for this band, this up and coming band called Matisyahu. So they all came to check it. We probably only had 40 or 50 people there in
brilliant.
the place, but as we started playing, hundreds of people came in and they all proceeded to sit on the floor. So here I am in this club in New York City playing some pretty high energy ska music myself, and they're all sitting on the floor, song after song, and I'm completely confused. I have no idea what's going on. I'm like, all right. So finally, I grabbed the mic. I'm like, hey, are you guys protesting us or something? Like, what is going on here? Why is everybody sitting on the floor? And I didn't even get any reaction from them. Nothing. All the people that came to see us are standing a little bit off to the side and standing up. Everybody else is sitting on the floor in this bar, and I'm completely dumbfounded by it. But so then I said to them, I said, I finished another song, and I said, hey, well, if you guys are gonna stand up while I'm singing, I guess I'm gonna come down there and sit on the floor and sing on the floor.
Oh, whoa.
So that's what I did. I jumped off the stage, I sat on the floor, and I sang the next song on the floor, sitting with them. I think they clapped after every song, but no like real emotion. Um, we finished our show, came down. I had a girl come up next to me as if she wasn't allowed to speak to me. She sort of side talked to me and said, hey, can I buy a CD from you? And then kind of looked away from me. And I was like, yeah, I'll go get you one. She goes, okay, I'll just be right here. Come back here and give it to me. I'm like, okay. So I just found it very strange, and I walked over. Now the band is about to come on, so they all stand up. So as if they were like a cult. All and everybody was dressed in Hasidic Jewish garb. So it was a strange experience, but a very cool experience. I just asked him, I said, hey, are you going to get in trouble if you buy this CD from me? I asked the girl, and I said, why are you being so like secretive about it? And she says, no. She said, here, gave me $10, and I gave her the CD, and she goes, we liked you. And I said, ah, interesting, because you all sat on the floor, and
Really?
it was a very strange experience. But being a musician as I am, and knowing a lot about who's big out there, especially in the reggae world, like I said, if you guys go check out who Matisyahu is, you'll
Oh, I
find
love,
that
I love that story. I love it. I mean, what a surreal moment.
it was very strange, very cool. It was great to open up for them. Um,
You got one more for
Yeah,
us?
I got one more for you. How about a little? I'll give you a little Billy Joel story.
Oh, here we
All
go.
right,
Wow, our second Billy Joel.
we'll go local Billy Joel story.
Okay.
Yes, I wasn't cursing at him like Lewis through the bathroom door, but so I played a show every year on the east end of Long Island. They had it's sometime in August. They used to have this barge party out in the water, and it was headed out towards East Hampton, and they just put this massive barge out there, and they had three or four bands play every year, and people would very shallow water, so they would people would just come up with their boats and anchor around the barge, and then they would get in floaties or whatever it was, and they would just sit out in floaties and have floating coolers, and people were just drinking and listening to music while the bands played on the barge. So one year we got invited to do this, and we were told to meet down at the docks, which the docks in the town of Sag Harbor. Now, Billy Joel does live across the street from that dock, and his boat, his fishing boat, is there, and he also has like this little shuttle boat. It's like a skiff. It's a flat boat that he just shuttles around stuff, and so anyway, I call up the person who's in charge on the day of the thing. I said, hey, I'm down here by myself at the dock across from Billy Joel's house. And I said, who's picking us up? How are we getting out? How are we getting out to the barge? I got my guitar amp and my guitar, but I had no way to get to the barge. So I called the guy who was in charge. I said, isn't somebody supposed to be shuttling us back and forth? And he says, yeah, he probably just shuttled somebody out. He'll be back in a second to get you. And I said, okay. So I waited at the dock, and in comes this little shuttle boat, and the guy pulls up. He's by himself. He pulls up onto the dock, and he's looking at me, and I'm looking at him. He says, "You need a ride out to the barge?" I said, he goes, "You're one of the musicians, right?" I said, "Yeah." And I'm looking at him. He goes, "Come on, give me your amp." And I'm like, "Give you my amp?" I'm like, "Are you Billy Joel?" And he goes, "Yeah, I'm Billy Joel. What does that matter?" And I'm like, I feel like this is ass backwards. You're carrying my equipment? And
Oh,
yeah. He goes, give me your amp. He goes, come on, let's get on board. And I'll take you out to the barge. And I'm just like, wait, this is insane. I'm like, I mean,
that's awesome.
some people love him, some people hate him. I
That's
happen to like him. His music is, I mean, he's an incredible songwriter.
oh, I love
You
that
can't
story.
knock that at least, whether you like listening or not. He's an incredible
I
songwriter.
thought maybe he took the amp and then said
And
sucker
threw it in
and took off. Took
No,
your amp.
he did drive me out there, which was a cool experience. We talked the whole way out, and
What
then
a no, that's a great story. That's a
So you did first.
he did get on the barge and play a little piano with all the bands. So
that's
he would
nice.
just sit behind us and play a little keyboards
A
on
nice
everybody's music. It was really cool.
that's a nice uplifting story to end it. They're all good. Let's give them a little applause, Bobby. That was a great thing. I have to I'll go back to the one thing you mentioned, the talk house,
Yeah,
Stephen's talk house. And because I had a little problem there about I think it was about 25 years ago.
haven't we all? But go ahead. Yeah.
There was a band playing there, and then they made the mistake of taking a break and leaving the microphones up there. And I got up there and presented some of the things that was troubling me at the time, Robert. And the talk house said for me not to be there, and I haven't gone back. They didn't let me in. So,
Good.
but I'm
So
glad you're playing there.
I think a little bit of the Mike Homburg came out in you or something,
Well, I don't.
or maybe you have that in you that breaks those
It
boundaries.
was a lost time. It was a lost time. I'll say one thing, and I'm not going to talk any much longer about myself, but I was there with a mutual friend of Bobby and I, Brendan O'Connor. And at that time, Johnny Depp owned the Viper Room. Do you remember the Viper Room?
I do. Yes.
And and this is the now dating me. And Amelio Estevez had just
Yep.
broken up with this woman. She was a singer, Robert. What was her? I forget her
I don't have
name.
no idea where you were
Oh
going
my
with
God. Anyway,
Hmm.
Brendan and I called after we got thrown out of the talk house. We came home and we like to make calls. We called the Viper Room and said that we were Emilio Estevez people and not to let the girlfriend in. Because and they said, don't worry, we got you. So I'd like to get that on the record that I'm sorry for that. So, all right.
I
Woody,
like this. This could be used as a confession as well.
it
I
was a
like.
confession. It was not. It was a mean thing to do to that woman. I Bobby, look her up. Look who. While I'm asking Woody,
All
who
right.
Scott,
dated
do
a
you have
million?
anything you would like to confess?
He's got too many things.
Oh God.
But that I did get thrown out of the talk house. Woody, would you end this little show with a little bit? Let's hear if we can hear you on your guitar, a little strumming, a little song, or a little.
I guess you're gonna have to see. You didn't hear my trumpet, so
Let's see if we can hear it. Let's see if we hear it.
let's
Just a
let's
little.
see if you can hear the guitar.
Paula Abdul. Sorry, Paula Abdul. It was,
Oh, you're right, Abdul.
and we told him not to let Paula Abdul in. All right, Woody, can we hear? Let's see if we can hear it. Robert, can you hear it? We can't.
It's so weird. We can only hear your voice. We can't hear trumpets or guitars. That's so odd.
Oh, now I heard it.
Oh
Nope.
no.
No.
No?
Well, Woody,
How can a mic only pick up your voice and
My
not?
dog is very
Woody,
alert right now.
are you too shy? Can you give us a few a cappella, a few songs, a few lines?
Wow,
How about that Country Roads? That Country Roads. Give it to us.
all right, I'll give you it.
You're asking a lot. Acapella. Oh,
Roads, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home down country roads.
Beautiful.
There's your little voice. A little singing for
what's
you.
that to do about a guitar?
That was beautiful. Well, listen, I want to thank you so
And not
much.
something I ever have to do either.
Oh, you got a beautiful voice. And listen, people out there, especially East Enders, if you know the Realm is playing, go because they are awesome. Woody is
You have to
great.
give
A lot of fun.
You got a plug?
an Instagram plug,
Sure.
or you can find us.
I'll put it on, Woody. I'll put
All
the
right. You can
so
find
I'll
us
put-
at therealmband.com. That's our website.
okay.
And the Instagram is at the realm 631.
I'll put it on people, I'll put it on there so you can check on the thing and go to a show. Go to a show. They are so good. They're fun. They play for the audience, they interact, and I'm telling you, it's a rocking good time.
We love to create good energy. Good energy.
Very good energy, very
Yeah.
good energy. And you can yell Gerry Cooney at you know you can yell Billy Joel. You can all know all these names. And Mike Homburg. Bobby, any last words for Mr. Woody?
No, thanks, Woody. That was great.
That was great.
Guys.
All right, kids out
Honored,
there.
honored to be a part. Honored to be a part.
It was
Thank
really
you,
beautiful.
guys.
We really
A lot of fun.
got to support the East End.
Yeah.
All right, out there, if you like what you like, hit the like button, subscribe. Appreciate you guys and everyone out there, and keep rocking, keep singing,
Happy New Year.
Happy